Fantasy 14. Uh, I would like to talk about currently is Machinist. Now, Machinist hasn't been doing well. As we all well know, good and damn well. Hold on, whoopsie. I am currently, excuse me, as I'm currently trying to find the correct scene to put on. You know what? Fuck it. Whatever. We are going to raw dog this and insert a browser source. Um, the oh no, not browser source. Cancel that. Delete that. It's not a browser source I'm looking for. It's a window I want to capture. That's what we want to remove. Um, hold on. What's this? Oh yeah. Ignore that. That's for when my thing doesn't work. But yes, I would like to talk about Machinist. Because it Machinist has not been doing very well, as we all know well and good. Now, Machinist is supposed to be a selfish DPS. However, for some reason, I don't know what to say. Square Enix, what are we thinking? Cause hold on, let us stream opera. There we go. Okay, perfect. Ignore my stream things. I was doing things, but uh, I just wanted to know, hey, what are we doing here? Because this is from the beginning of 7.0 to now. Like yeah, we got Full Metal Field, we got Drill. Now it holds two charges. That's my phone. Ignore that. Sorry about that. Um, that's just Farina. Ignore her. But we got we got tactician effectiveness. Okay. Barrel stabilizer reworked. All right. Full Metal Field is new. Excavator is new. Chainsaw grants us excavator. Okay, amazing. Second wind, healing potency increased. Perfect. All right. I'm fine with all of this. Increased potencies. Amazing. And then we get to 7.01 and Full Metal Field potency is increased. Yay, buffs. Yay, we like buffs. 7.1 changes. Yay, more buffs. Woo! Um, but I mean, one of them is a buff that nobody uses. It's just flamethrower, so it's more like four buffs. But yeah, and then 7.2 happens, and we nerf chainsaw, we nerf excavator, we nerf full metal field. Potency after the first target's been changed from 50% to 40. Um, Now, mind you, Machinist was already not doing so hot. It was already kind of getting dwarfed out in the beginning. So, from about 7.0 to 7.1, it was already being dwarfed by the Viper and Pictomancer players. And then they, for some reason, they decided to nerf Machinist because they thought I guess they thought it was doing too much damage. So they nerfed Spread Shot, they nerfed Scattergun, they nerfed Chainsaw, Excavator, Full Metal Field, our Marksman Mastery trait, and it no longer increases the potency of Scattergun, which I think they should have just left. So they nerfed Scattergun twice. Uh, Double check, Now, mind you, I didn't. I after I leveled up Viper, I did not touch my sweet summer child machinist afterwards because I am a freeform machinist player, and as much as I used to Savage Raid, um, I my ADHD does not allow me to focus on like one class at a time. So leveling up things is kind of hard for me sometimes. But machinist is one of my ADHD classes, and the fact that when I want to play machinist and I kind of get excluded from raid groups because you decided to nerf my you decided to nerf literally everything that I do. Kind of feels bad, man. But that's beside the point. Checkmate reduced, ricochet reduced, Gauss round reduced, and I'm kind of just sitting there like, what are we doing here? And then
That's what I'm saying.
Josh,
We just wanted to know what you were doing.
Oh,
I
but Cats is back.
It's so
I am recording. I'm recording a video. Not the fucking jump scare from y'all though. Holy shit.
Not the jump scare.
we are
Yeah.
leaving.
Well,
Oh, you
yeah,
said
we well okay. If you're recording, then we won't bother your stuff. But I do hate that they nerfed Ricochet.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, they'll pay.
The fucking jump scare. I didn't even notice y'all even came in. Holy shit. Um, but yeah, as I was saying before, they nerfed. So we get to 7.2. Where was I? Oh yeah. So we get to 7.25 now. Further balancing adjustments were made because apparently machine is still doing too much damage. And so they nerf chainsaw, they nerf excavator, they nerf full metal field again. Um, they nerf now, mind you, excavator was changed from let's see, excavator initially in 7.2 was changed and had a reduction in potency after the first target has been reduced from 65% to 50. Now it's from 50% to 35. Same thing with chainsaw. Chainsaw was 65% to 50 and now it's 50% to 35. What are we doing here? And then full metal field, and then like everything else was 50 to 40. Now everything else, full metal field, double check, checkmate, ricochet, Gauss round, all of it goes down from 40% to 30%. Now, mind you, this class has a lot of AoE. Same thing as Dancer. Why does it feel like Dancer contributes more to a party now than, I mean, I do? Granted, if anything, what we should be doing is making fucking machinist a sort of support DPS at this point. Make fucking Fizz range a support DPS because that's is that what we're doing? Is that what we're pushing? You know, because I have no idea what's going on here. Why are we nerfing machinist? It makes no sense. Like you guys see the numbers. The numbers don't lie. People just I guess Square Enix hates machinist players. Um, Serenaya was one of my friends playing Uma Musume. Holy shit! But Serenaya was not kidding when he was molding. Hold on. He was not joking around. When he said, hold on. Yeah.
Ilya has put out a video about Machinist. We'll see what he has to say.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
the statistics don't lie, man.
This video was
Hate logs all you want. We have the data by this point.
yeah, this was 3 years ago, and Ilya still made a very, very good fucking point here.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I would like to play this class because, I mean, when I don't want to think and I want to just press shiny buttons, that is the class that I play sometimes. And yeah, I still do good enough damage. But I'm going to use this to transfer into another topic, which is another issue everybody's been having: job homogenization. Now, I mean, I guess I should start because I guess the background is kind of fucking boring to see. But job homogenization is another issue that everybody's been kind of having these days. Honestly, it's not fun. It is not fun. It is not fun. It is not fun. Woo. The amount of job homogenization going on right now is kind of ridiculous. And it's been going on since Shadowbringers. Like, I turned a blind eye to it once we got into Shadowbringers because Dancer came out, and that was another ADHD class I play. And then Endwalker came out. And we got Sage. We got Sage, and what was the other DPS? I don't remember. I don't remember when I look back at the class list. But hold on. Back then we got Sage, and because nobody can be happy unless we get a DPS every. Yeah, we got Sage and Reaper. All right. Yeah. Nobody can be happy unless we get 2 DPSs per expansion, like a DPS per expansion, because DPS players are the ones that we have to cater to the most. So, we got. No, it wasn't Reaper that we got. Or was it? Which DPS did we get? Because we got Dancer and we got Gunbreaker and Shadowbringers. Then we got Sage and Reaper. And Endwalker, I wanna say. Yes, we did get Sage and Reaper and Endwalker. I remember that because Xenos' blade got introduced. But Viper was getting overshadowed as fuck by Pictomancer, and I could not play I did not play Pictomancer. I mean, well, I am now because people don't want to play it anymore. The class got oversaturated as fuck. But Machinist, my poor sweet summer child. My precious boy, what have they done to you? Like, I have not optimized my own rotation for this class, but it definitely feels like I play worse than. Wait, where are my shoes? What the fuck? Did I sell my shoes by accident? Oh no. Well, when we get different shoes, we'll fix that. But really and truly, when what was I talking about? Oh yeah, job homogenization. Sorry. That changing was ridiculous. But the job homogenization has been getting kind of ridiculous, you know? So, there is no uniqueness to any of these classes anymore, at least. Let's start from the top. Viper. Viper got its one unique mechanic taken away because people thought it was too hard to keep up with. People thought that keeping up a reap, they thought keeping up, for some reason, yeah. Hold up, let's talk about this, because some people thought keeping up Reaper's mechanic, Death's Design, right? They thought keeping this up on the enemy was just too long. People thought keeping up Death's Design was too hard, and so they took it away. Remember what they took from us for Viper. I love Viper. This is the other ADHD class I play, but it's just literally like 1, 2, 3. It's like 1, 2, 3, and then I kind of just fill up my bar and I unga bunga turn my brain off, and I'm pressing one. I'm pressing 1 shift 1, 2 shift 2, and then I do whatever buttons are queued for the Angwin tribute. But I literally just turn my brain off, reawaken, and then get into my big damage stance twice, and then that's it. Same thing with Reaper. Kind of hit arcane. Hold on, let me go back outside real quick. I'm not familiar with all the rotations really, but it's kind of been the same thing with this 2-minute meta. There's no kind of like special way to play, no uniqueness, which is kind of like pretty bad. Like, hit that. Oh, it's level 100, so I am getting this, so. And then that, and then that, and then there's that. That. Yeah. Imagine that, missing on a fucking striking dummy. But, yeah. And people thought keeping up the fucking Shadow of Death on that, for that is hard. I mean, Reaper players have to do it. Now it's a mechanic unique to them. Whereas a Viper, I kind of just go like 2, 3, 1, 2, and you know what? I completely forgot to fucking hit my reawaken the button. 2. My brain is off. My brain is off. And if I wanted to, I could. Yeah. But as you see, I completely forgot to hit Serpent's Ire. But it's kind of just like 1, 2, 3 over here, 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 and then I hit reawaken. But the thing about melee DPS is that they're supposed to be able to hit their positionals. Like, if I were to hit my positionals, like, my positionals do not matter anymore. I know I'm very unknowledgeable when it comes to high-end rating, but when I do not hit a positional, there is literally no difference. Honestly, like, Monk, hold on, where's my Monk at? Oh, there he is. Monk used to have nothing but positionals. I started playing this game in Stormblood, and back then, Monk had nothing but positionals. What's this? Anatman, and meditation, depressing, but but when I was playing this character had nothing but positionals. So I would hit go here, that, and then that would be the rear positional, and then you hit. But they had like two a flank positional. So this is the flank positionals, and then you go like that. Was this one the flank or this is in the rear? Yeah, this is the flank. And then like, if you wanted the damage one, you hit that, and then you switched over to that one, if I remember correctly. So you did that. Because then this powered up Snap Punch to do more damage. Because Dragon Kick powered up Snap Punch. So you wanted to go like from right over here because you're setting up. Yeah, you're setting up. You're setting up, and then you're setting up, and then Snap Punch, big damage, and then yeah, if I remember correctly, which I probably don't. But then again, as I'm saying, I'm very inexperienced. I play fucking Dancer Machinist mainly, and as you can see, the healers. And I'm a warrior player, but and a viper player, but I do not play summoner. I actually play red mage, but that's beside the point. It just feels like everything is kind of just the same. Like the flanks on this class, the positionals on this class don't matter. The positionals on Reaper don't matter. The positionals on Dragoon got fucked. Like I actually used to love playing this. This was like one of my first classes that I played when I first started the game. Dragoon kind of just got all of its things taken away. They got Spine Shatter Dive taken away. Yeah, they got Dragon Sight taken away. The left and right half of the eyes got taken away. So back in the day, you had to stay within a specific distance of somebody, like a was it called the code smell or the local regression? Yeah, I think it was like a local regression tether. So you had to stay within a specific distance, which would be like the AoE of a boss, like around, like maybe around here. And so you'd have to stay around the boss's hitbox, and you got a damage buff, and whoever you tethered to got a damage buff. That doesn't exist anymore. That was just completely taken out. Now you kind of, I think it was turned into a trait, right? No, it was just completely taken out. Yeah, they just removed it. But yeah, Dragon Sight I thought was pretty fucking unique. Added a little bit of a support option to the fucking melee character. You know, kind of helped yourself out. Kind of helped an ally out with damage. You also had Battle Litany, which increased everybody's crit rate, which they kept obviously. But I feel like if I were to hit all of my things, like none of my positionals matter. Yeah, none of my positionals matter on any of these classes. Like Samurai I think is the only true melee DPS. He's like the only, even Samurai is a stretch, because Samurai, it feels like it's the only true is like one of the only like more unique classes that are left. But even still, they took the fucking Kaiten away from you guys. And well, I have Shohatsu up here, but I did remove Kaiten from my hotbar because having too many buttons on my screen kind of hurts my brain that I have to press. But I get overwhelmed. But that's beside the point. At least with fucking, but like their positionals just don't matter at all either, because I'm hitting three buttons and I get fucking double Madare into, Okinamakiri. Shut up, Farina, for just a moment, please. But yeah, I get my double Madari, and I'm just like, ooh, big damage, and then I go to Ogi Namakiri. um, and this isn't me shitting on people's favorite classes or anything, or class mains. I would just like to say that out loud, but like, it's just that it's kind of getting increasingly tiring, and I'm pretty sure everybody's just very exasperated about it. Exasperated, is that the word I'm looking for? No. Everybody's just exhausted, tired, looking like, really and truly, did Ninja even need that rework? No, I don't think so. I mean, it was nice. What's that one that was turned into a trait? Not all fours. Like, but what? Like, really and truly, when am I going to use all fours? Please, allow me to explain that to me, please. What is it called? I don't know, but like, I still stand still whenever I touch Tenchi Jin now. I still stand still whenever I use Tenchi Jin. But that's because I built up reflex. But also, back then, you had to hit that to keep up. You had to hit that to keep up your whatever gauge it was before. It had like these four little. It had like it was a shuriken thing, but hitting fucking armor crush would restore it back to I think half of your gauge, so that you can do it again. And then you started it with, if I remember correctly, Huton. But now it's a damage button. And then you went straight into yeah. And because how it began, hold on. So you would start. So how your initial rotation in Ninja, I remember from last time beginning, is you pre-pulled Hulton. Sorry, but you pre-pulled Hulton. You hid, got out of it. If I remember correctly, it is 1, 2, 3. That Meisui 1, 2. That. No, I did that wrong. I did all of that wrong. But so goes to show you how long it's been since I played Ninja. But I had it right up to a certain point. But then you hit fucking Trick Attack. But yeah, I was supposed to hit Trick Attack and then you find a good damage time to. And then I'm supposed to some of that, one of these, and then while Trick Attack is still on here with with Dokumori, I hit fucking whatever that thing is, whatever that ninjutsu was, but when you're hitting all of this, like, yeah, I felt like I was a fucking ninja. Like, Ninja at least feels a bit more unique with its mood, with Tenchi Jin, but everything's kind of just becoming ease of use. I will say, everything is a very, very, very ease of use, and it's cute. I like it. Like, but Tenchi Jin did not need to be changed. Tenchi Jin could stay as it was. Dokumori was nice. It would have been nice if they just gave us Dokumori, but didn't change anything else. I, what they could have done is given us fucking Death Blossom at like level 15, but they didn't. And then you could have given us fucking Hake Mujinsatsu at level fucking 52 or whatever fuck ass level you wanted to give it to us as at, but like, because I think, hold on, did we have Doton at that earlier level? Because then we get that, and yeah, and then Doton explodes. But yeah, I'm literally with this class. My point is that I'm kind of just rotating between two parts of my rotation, and there's no real like. I lied. Feels more. I think Ninja feels like one of the more unique classes now. Because Summoner got homogenized to holy hell. Summoner used to be a dot class. Hold on, where's my Summoner? Yeah, Summoner used to be a dot class. I mean, it's not anymore. There's my chicken nugget. People thought we were going to get Ramu, Shiva, and Leviathan. I said, we got this. We didn't need extra healing. I understood why they did it, because we couldn't just have Heidelin and it would have been a spoiler. I mean, seeing this, I feel like a summer is really cool. This is a little bit too homogenized. Yeah. Seeing this is cool and all. Like, the most amount of freedom I get in my rotation is just choosing when to use Swift Gas. Which I'm pretty sure it was already proven that it's better to use Swift Gas after double Ruby, right? Or after the first Ruby, right? Searing Flash is cute and all, but... And then you yeah. This used to be a dog class, by the way. Not to mention, I'm assuming I need spell speed, but because I can barely ever find time to hit my Rune 4. But man, this class got hella homogenized. Like, I love this game so much. I like playing it. But when classes like Dark Knight are kind of like getting left in the dust too. Wait, what the hell is wrong with my... You know what? We're not going to worry about it, okay? I barely play this class as it is. But Dark Knight used to have Dark Arts. Like, when I started getting into... Because I started in Stormblood. As soon as I got to Heaven's Ward, I played Dark Knight. He doesn't... The one DPS fucking tank... The one DPS tank class lost its DPS dash. Now Shadow Stride, and it just increases enmity. What else did it lose? It lost a lot. I think they just, if anything, I think everybody in the game needs to play with mana again. Interact with your mana bar in some way, shape, or form, because Except for, I mean, Dark Knight should be one of those unique classes that plays with their own health bar, and they should have the highest HP in the game. That's what I think. They need to play with their health bar. Um, so like, you see Edge of Shadow and Flood of Shadow, yeah, that takes a part of your health bar now, right? That will take a part of your health bar, not your mana bar. So during big DPS times, I mean, you can like, during big DPS times, you can either hit your like 1-2-3 combo, or you can just suffer with your, or you can just throw your HP away, and like the stacking HP, the HP loss, I guess, would stack, with like how much you're playing with your health, but just in case that you don't get too carried away and then like you become the best class in the game, I guess let's put like every time you use it, you get like a healing reduction based on like how many times you've used it, and you have to wait for the buff to fall off to use it again. So you have to wait for the debuff to fall off, to use it again. So that, yeah, you're getting big damage from spamming Flood of Shadow and Edge of Shadow, but the amount of healing that you get is going to be reduced, and it's not going to be long. Maybe like what, 5-10 seconds. But you'd be able to still play with your own health bar, so that the healers can't just like heal you, like benediction you. Whereas the healers just can't like benediction you and it'll be fine. Yet yes, the white mage can just benediction you and you'll just be full health again. But white mages can only Benny you once. They're not going to be able to just shove fucking damage in your goddamn face. And it'll give healers a nice little interaction. It'll give white mages at least a nice little interaction, you know? Like Blackest Night, if anything, Blackest Night should like consume a tiny bit of your HP, because we get passive regen anyways, right? No, Blackest Night should not do that. If anything, Blackest Night should stay with your Blackest Night should stay. Shut up, Farina. But Blackest Night should stay fiddling with your mana bar. Honestly. Same thing with Oblation. Oblation should be doing the same thing. Oblation should be fiddling with your mana bar. Blackest Night should stay fiddling with your mana bar. But Edge of Shadow and Flood of Shadow should be playing with your HP bar. They should be. Same thing with Blood Spiller. Why isn't it Blood Spiller and Quietus? They should be playing with your HP bar. All of these should be playing with your HP bar. Living Shadow, cut your HP in half, but you get a second guy who's doing your fucking doing Blood Splitter and fucking Edge of Shadow and Shadowbringer, for free, pretty much. And these, honestly, I say because these four apply like the healing debuff on you. I would say Living Shadow of all things, cut your HP in half, and just fucking goes to town on that, on it with haste, with heavily reduced fucking with a heavily reduced what's the word I'm looking for? The timer. The 2.5 second timer. Just the heavily reduced timer on it. I can't remember the time word. I'm brain farting right now. But yeah, Living Shadow, cut your HP bar in half. You get that straight up. That's it. And then you have like a way to heal yourself with Abyssal Drain. And it's not like, yeah, you become self-sufficient a little bit, but you're not too self-sufficient where a healer can't where a healer needs to look out for your health bar. Like, you still need to be healed and shielded. That way, tanks aren't becoming too overpowering. I think. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments, honestly. But, let's move on. those are just my thoughts on Dark Knight. Dark Knight should really just be playing with your HP bar and its specific like mitigation. Like Blackest Night fiddling with your MP bar. Okay, I'm fine with that. That's good. Oblation fiddling with your HP bar. Yeah, that's good. I'm okay with that. Well, Oblation shouldn't fiddle with your HP bar. Both of these should fiddle with your MP. But bring Dark Arts back. Dead ass. Just flat out bring Dark Arts back. And have it give the effect to sacrifice your HP, like a small portion of your HP, to boost damage. That way, it gives back some sort of uniqueness to this class. So that, because if anything, Dark Knight, I mean, that's kind of what Dark Knights do in the end, and it satisfies the Dark Knight fantasy, I think, a little bit. But if anything, that'll be like what, a Vampire Knight or something. I don't know. Just tell me what you guys think in the comments. What's the next tank we should talk about? Gunbreaker. Ooh, Gunbreaker. My favorite ADHD tank. So Gunbreaker's burst doesn't really happen until like its true burst window doesn't really happen until like what, 2 minutes into the fight. Because that's when everything lines up, which is I learned last expansion, which is very fucking hilarious. And I love this class. This class is so much fun. You mean I get a... What do you mean I get a free XCOG? What do you mean this is a free XCOG? Honestly, I have no notes for fucking Gunbreaker. Gunbreaker's fun as hell. But this is... It doesn't have, like, 2 rotations. But it does have a lot of DPS. I think all the tanks, if you played on a high level, should have the... They should have the opportunity to do, like, some... Not as high as, like, regular DPS, but they should have the opportunity to pump out some big fucking numbers. Like a direct hit crit should at least be able to at least match a DPS, you know? Not too excessively, but at least, like, double down. If it direct hit crits, I say, like, on the primary target, it should at least, like, it should do something. Like, yeah, add some more, like, it should add a big burst to it. For this, I would say give it 3 more cartridges. Yeah, give him 6 cartridges. Yeah, give Gunbreaker 6 cartridges. Let Bloodfest not add 6. Let it give you like 4 or 5. I don't know. But give it 6 cartridges, right? Make it a revolver. You have 6 shots. And almost like Dark Knight. Dark Knight's not playing with your health though. Each of these, if I remember correctly, takes up 1 cartridge. If I remember correctly. Hold on. If I remember correctly. No. Oopsie. It's like that. That. Okay, no, so it doesn't, they don't all take up a cartridge. But if I want to spam AoE, I should have the freedom to like spam like 2 or 3 double downs. 2, 4, 6, like 3 double downs. And slightly reduced the potency of double down then. But and yeah, but make it like a revolver, and give us more ways to spend our bars. That's what I wanted to speak up on, because Warrior, I remember, had ways to spend his bar. I mean, Warrior is very self sufficient. Like you just pop bloodletting and you kind of just go to town. Yeah, you kind of just go to town. Yeah, warrior, you kind of just go to fucking town. This is another class I turned my brain off on, but people like Zeno fucking like knows his shit when he plays warrior. He knows like he was ranked #1 for fucking warriors after all, so I expect him to know his shit. But yeah, warrior, I don't really have any fucking notes for this class. This class is very self-sufficient. Maybe lower its self. Well, no, don't lower its self-sufficiency. I say. Warrior is fine as is, I think. But if it's not fine as is, I would talk to Zeno, ask him what the issues with warrior are, because I don't know what the issues with warrior are. I've been using it to level up in Occult Crescent. It's just been very good, very self-sufficient. Paladin. Why is my oath gauge? Now, my question is, why is my oath gauge only used for... Farina, shut the hell up. Why is my oath gauge only used for Holy Sheltron and cover? And why do they cost 50? I understand, okay, no, I understand why they cost 50, but... We did this innately. Why? What the fuck? We did that innately. We were able to block certain incoming attacks. This is not an invuln. That's like a parry. What the fuck? Yeah, no. So they just keep adding things to our Confiteor combo. What else can I say? I say keep Clemency as is, Holy Sheltron as is, cover as is. Why the fuck is it? My next question is, why the fuck is this not like in our why can't we use our gauge for this? Actually, I almost forgot to mention, Paladin had 2 modes. It had sword mode and a shield mode. Sword mode is gone. Sword mode was the DPS stance. So you had tanks used to be able to stance. So I wouldn't say bring back stance dancing, but why? But give me more options for this meter, please, because I'm only using it for 2 things, and it gets built up very quickly, and it does not get used at all. And then when I cast Requiescat, what? I get a free fucking use of this. And then there's another one. But yeah. You see how my mana bar is not taking a hit at all? Yeah. Like this, like that was good. It's casting, it's a half magic, half it's a melee magic caster, I guess you can say. But like, why do I not have any more ways to interact with this gauge? I feel like I should interact with it a lot more. Like, if I want to block incoming attacks, just put that shit on. And then expiation. That used to be a combo ability. And Goring Blade used to be a combo ability, and they just took that away. Now I'm kind of just 1, 2, 3 again. Royal Authority, I would just no. It would be Atonement. I had to use 3 times. Like, I think it was in Shadowbringers or Endwalker. Atonement, Paladin's rotation was really weird. Yeah, it was very, very weird. Don't mind me, I'm just talking, you know. But yeah, its rotation was incredibly weird. And if you couldn't tell, this is like a freeform thing. I'm just getting into content creation, but yeah, it was a really weird rotation where you only used 2 of the 3 atonement stacks, and then you went right back into your main rotation and just let the 3rd atonement stack fall off. It's to the equivalent of where Pictomancer is now, where you just forego using hammer at all. You don't even use this anymore. Period. Point blank. Like, nobody uses hammer stance anymore. Everybody starts with Starry Sky motif, and then they go into their bullshit. But those are just my notes on tanks. Healers. I was waiting for this. Healers. It's never gonna happen, but give me back my fucking Royal Road. Please. I beg of you. Royal Road was so fun. Have TP give somebody haste. Instead of, yeah, Spire gives people haste. Make it that instead. This is supposed to be the de facto time mage, right? Yeah. Macrocosmos, no notes, broken ability. Why am I able to full heal, and why is this a, like, if the other healer's doing their job, it's pretty much like a party-wide benediction if you use this correctly. No notes. Earthly, there's only like no notes I really have on this, except for fix my goddamn card system, please. It feels like I have no. Whenever I play Astro, it feels like I have no identity, and my identity is all in my cards, so I can't even do anything, you know. But moving on, Sage. This also no real notes. I interact with everything, except for what's it called? Addersting. Give me more ways to interact with that Addersting, please, because yeah, Numa's nice and all. Movable AoE damage, cool. I have more healing on my healing. Cool, sweet. I can use it, but I feel like I can only use that Drucol or Ixicol for 2 things. Actually, no, I lied. You can use it for Caracol and Toracol. I have that choice. Like, my decision making, I feel like my decision making is rewarded when I play Sage, which is why I've already played Sage. What's next? White mage. Where is white mage? Oh, white mage. There you are, baby girl. Oh. White mages. I know. Blood for the blood lily. Yada, yada, yada. You wanna know what the rotation for white mage is? This is the rotation for white mage. didn't even put my dot on there. I forgot my dot. But, like, you know. And, oh, raid wide. Let me just... Or... Make sure I'm not overhealing. Let me use that one instead. Or, uh-oh, big mechanic. We need mitigation. Notice, I haven't touched a single lily yet, right? Oh, someone needs spot healing. There you go. There you go, friend. And then we have to wait for another lily to come up. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. All the healing I did is now being given back as damage. That's the rotation. As you can tell, I'm not really happy with White Mage. I love White Mage. I love White Mage. Lily Bell, I saw this when we got it. Funniest fucking ability ever. Sorry. You're telling me every time I get hit, this thing, I don't have to heal people anymore? I love that ability. Lily Bell, fucking funny. And I can pop it whenever I want for a big burst, or like for the rest of the stacks. Amazing. I love it. A size, no notes. It's perfectly fine. But my thing is that I understand that the Blood Lily, a Flatus Misery, is supposed to give us back the damage that we lost healing people. But you wanna know how to do that? There's a very easy way to do that. So have you guys heard of a little game called Honkai Star Rail? And if you have, you'll know where I'm going with this. There's a character called Hyacinth, or Hyacinthia. Or Blade, for that matter. Blade, in Blade's case, he calculates all the HP total that is lost. And then he ults and does a big burst of damage based on how much max HP he lost. Hyacinthia, she gains bonus healing based on her speed, but Hyacinthia's thing is or people call her Hyacinth, but Hyacinth's thing is that based on the amount of damage that you heal, you little Ika, her memo spray, which is her little summon, it deals a burst of damage, and it calculates the damage. So when she casts her ultimate, it returns pretty much all the damage that you healed back. That's how you would calculate that. So like, what I would say is kind of like, find a way where you can, during, like, naturally as the fight is progressing, you have to heal people. So what we need to figure out is finding a way to auto calculate that damage for the Lily Bell, for not even for the Lily Bell, finding a way to calculate that damage so that when we've healed enough people, or like say we benediction somebody, hell, a Flatus Misery, I should say, even when we've healed enough, there should be a minimum amount of damage to be healed for us to be able to use a Flatus Misery, but there should be no max. Personally. However, I don't think that the max, well, not no max, I think there should be like a max amount but the max amount should be to a point where it's actually kind of detrimental to the raid if you're just holding it. There should be a healthy middle ground or something, I think. But you should be able to stack the amount of healing that you're doing and then returning that damage. That's my thing. Which I get is what they're trying to do here, but honestly, I say, hell, even better for a Blood Lily, take Blaze Mechanic. Based on the HP lost that's around you, let's do it during Temperance. The amount of damage that you've been that's done to you, or like done in the area around you during Temperance, you get more stacks of a Flatus Misery, so you can get closer to that fucking max threshold. And what? Temperance only lasts, what, 5 seconds? So I could use this, but like Temperance only lasts how many seconds does Temperance last? Not 5 seconds. It lasts 30 seconds. Imagine the amount, like, doing it before a really hard hitting raid wide, and then you get like a really hard hitting raid wide, and you get enough to like not even low, like you're already at the base point because you're healing people, and then you get hit by a huge raid wide, everybody takes massive damage, and you pop a Flatus Misery for a big chunk of damage on them especially during a burst window. Wouldn't that feel fucking amazing? Like, we have enough healing tools. I get that. I think that would make healing a lot more fun, because then, granted, like, all your damage is based on your Blood Lily, but like, I think that would be a start, at least, to giving some amount of like healing players something. Give them something. Give us something, please. Cause like there's just so much healing I have. I don't even press all of these buttons anymore. In order to give myself a challenge, I've literally just been pressing the cure button on people. I've been free cure farming. It's bad. Not the class. I just mean like me having to free cure people is like, oh man. Woo. Woo. What else? What else should we talk about? Because I know I have to get to Scholar next. Everything else I think is fine. Ethereal Shift was funny to be added. There's no thoughts on Rays. Thin Air. Alright, I guess. Everything else is kind of fine. But also, we went from like an Earth and Wind Mage to just like Light. And that's my other gripe. We went Earth, Wind, and Water to like just a Light Mage. And I'm just like, okay. Like, what happened to my stone? It's just light holy magic. Boo. Boo. Tomato, tomato, tomato. Yeah, it's pretty and all, but like, we're much more than that. Let's be honest. Give us like Holy Lance or some shit. I don't know. Hell, you know what? I know it's not. I'm gonna bring back up Honkai Star Rail, but give us follow-up attacks. Shit. Yeah, give us a pet that, or like a little deer that will when enough like make it like a low threshold, but when enough damage is done, it fucking attack. It does a attack. Or like give us like these little floating rocks that shoot out like around the party, and every time the party member does damage, they kind of just do damage with them. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just babbling at this point. My thoughts on Scholar. I don't really have any thoughts on Scholar. Oh, oopsie. Actually, I do have thoughts on Scholar. I lied. We used to have two. We used to be a proper class. We had Eos and Selene. Selene apparently did a lot more cleansing. I was here during the Eos Selene era, but Celine had a lot more cleansing. Eos was mainly healing. Why would you take that away and make Celine just a glamour thing? Why? Why would we do that? That's my question. Okay, yeah, change stratagem, cute. Yeah, that's cute and all. I don't really need 2 dots, but thank you for making me a dot healer. Much appreciated. Magical girl transformation. Yeah, alright. I'm fine with this. Make everything an instant cast. Yeah, making everything an instant cast. I can crit shield. Amazing. I do have options. Aether flow. I do have options. We can shield. We can shield. I can Excog. Excogitation, if you don't know, if you go below a certain threshold, HP threshold, if you fall below 50%, you just get healed back straight up. And if I remember correctly, I have lustrates. I use it for 3 lustrates. And then I can eat the fairy and just gain healing potency. But those are the only 2 things I can use it on. And it's not like Excog and Sacred Soil are on low enough cooldown so that I can shut up, Farina. Damn. Like, baby girl, I love you. I love you to death, but please, not now. There's Excog. But Excog, I'm literally only using lustrates after that. I'm just kind of like, okay. Oh, the last thing I can use it on. That's right. I almost forgot. Energy drain. Why is that my only DPS option? Energy drain has not been updated since we got the class. What's up with that? Like, we have a Seraph. We have a summon Seraph. Why do like not even summon Seraph? It's Seraphism. How come when I press Seraphism, I don't get like, I don't know, like this becomes AoE? Because like I'm literally transforming myself into I'm going into fairy god form. Why does this not like do damage? Why am I not in why am I not fucking what's that energy vampire's name? The Aether vampire's name. Whatever his name is. Vile Beast. Whatever his name is, the hot one with the glasses. Why can I not like, why does my energy drain not like, why can't I suck the energy from them and then distribute that healing, or gain like a boost to the amount of my healing potency based on the amount of damage that I do, and then like it's pretty much like a free benediction. Not even a free benediction. Like it would be like a free crit shield, bonus to like the amount of shielding that I do. Because like, yeah, you can catalyze, but it'd be another way to free catalyze people. Or you can just it gives you more damage and becomes an AoE. Because I mean, then you wouldn't have to use Art of War. It'd be like a one-time, like it will only last as long as Seraphism is out. But like, still, you're kind of giving us like something more here, and I only get like what 6 stacks of that if I decided to eat my fairy during that meantime. Like, let's say I pop Seraphism. Yeah, I'm eating. Yeah, I eat it, and then I eat the fairy, and then I'm still in Seraphism. No, I'm not. I'm out of Seraphism now. I ate the fairy, and I'm out of Seraphism. Okay, so that doesn't work. But, like, that's still, like, extra fucking shielding for people. But also then you have that, which turns all your shields to, like, a flat heal, which is nice. I like that. But, I mean, also, expedience, very unique. I like this. Damage reduction. Farina. Please. But yeah, damage reduction. Cute. Nice. I love it. Give me more. Honestly. Hold on. I'll be right back. Because who the fuck is texting me? Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Farina has been silenced for the meantime. But as I was saying, I mean, it's a pet class. I should be able to interact with the pet more. Granted, I know we're getting what? Beast Tamer? But I don't know, maybe I feel like interacting with my pet. My gauge. Yes, that's another thought I wanted to think about. My gauge. Fairy gauge. Why can I only use it on Fey Blessing? Not even. It doesn't even Fey Blessing doesn't even use it anymore. It's just for Aether Pack now. I think back then you used to be able to use Energy Drain with your gauge. Why don't we reconnect that? Because, like, yeah, the healing over time is nice for a certain amount of time, but, like... And then I can extend it for, like, 3 more seconds. Or 3 more server ticks. If it was at 100. If people really need the healing. But, like... Why are we not using this? Like, we have a perfectly good gauge for a reason, and we're not using it. Alright, who's next? Dancer, no notes. I've already said my gripes with Machinist when I started this video. Bard. Is there an issue with Bard? Not that I know of. I don't think that there's an issue with Bard. I can sing without having to target things. Nature's Min is cute. They're cute little support DPS. My question, actually no, I do have a question. Where is my Bane for Stormbite and Caustic? Why doesn't Shadowbite apply? Why is Shadowbite not my Bane? Why is Shadowbite not my Bane? I would love to spam war. I would love to spam Reign of Death whenever I'm in fucking not Wanderer's Minuet. Whenever I'm in Mage's Ballad, I would love that. That would be fun. That would be fun and interactive. I don't really have any thoughts for this one. Yeah, this one I don't really have any thoughts on. Yeah, I don't really have any thoughts on this. This is a pretty good support class. If you have any thoughts on what the issue with Bard is, please put them down below. But for right now, I don't think there's really any issues with this class. But then you have Apex Arrow. Yeah, Imperial Arrow, Apex Arrow. Yeah. Oopsie. Additionally, give me an attack speed boost, please. like, give me like a really big attack speed boost. Like, I should be able to like. This has just become Bard has become just the MIDI class. But I like Bard. Bard is not. Bard players are always great. I love Bards. Bards are amazing. They're always a great addition to a party, but not as great as dancers. I hate to say it, but dancers. Where are my dancers? Yeah, we kind of just dancers kind of just fuck. What can I say? Canonically. Yeah, they kind of just boop, boop, boop. I fuck. Because my tech step wasn't ready, but yeah, dancers just canonically fuck because we got boom, 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 dance, Talana, and then we got bam, we got Dance of the Dawn. Dancers just keep serving every expansion, and leave no crumbs, regrettably. They just continue to keep giving us what we want for Dancer. Dancer is like a tried and true RNG class, and if the RNG isn't bad, keep it as is. No notes. Dancer is still going to probably be dominating the physical range DPS classes for a hot minute unless they get machinists gathered up and stop fucking with it. Black Mage! Black Mage, Black Mage, Black Mage, Black Mage. Why did we... This class used to be the most immobile class in the game. Why did we take that away from them? I understand everything else we need to remove it. Buff the shield value on their shit. Because if they want to stand in AoEs and get hit by things, it's a damage gain for them. And if they don't die from it, oh well. Whoopity doo. Give me a second. But we did not need Flare Star. To be fair, hold on. Yeah, as I said before, we don't need Flare Star. I did not think we needed Flare Star. Flare Star would have been nice. It would have been a nice addition. You could have had like what? Ice Star and Flare Star. But my thing is that hold on. Oh, oopsie. There we go. Why in the world would you take out one of the funniest rotations known to man? The Paradox rotation. Mind you, back when like 90 was the cap, Paradox Mage was a thing, and it only did like what 1% less damage than the regular rotation, and not to mention it was fucking hilarious. Like you wanted a mobile Black Mage, Paradox Mage was right there. Like that's what I mean by innovating. That's fun. Now we got on this guy running around with like what 3 triple casts. Yeah, he's got like what 3 triple casts now. No, 3 polyglots. Enhanced Astral Fire, Enhanced Enochian, increasing our damage. Thunder Mastery, Enhanced Ley Lines, so that I can I can move my ley lines. No, take that out. I'm sorry. I love you, Black Mages, but I think that you guys should still be the immobile turret mage. I think that you guys should have stayed as the immobile turret mage and kind of just stood there and just shat damage. Personally, that's what I think. You just kind of just sit there. As long as you don't die, you're fine. You just kind of may make you one of the tankiest mages available to play. Yes. Change your health bars. Change all of your health bars to reflect that. Like, you'd be like the tankiest mage available so that you wouldn't die. Almost as tankier than the melee DPS. Well, not tankier than the melee DPS, but almost up to their level, or at least up to a tank's level, where you can just sit in things and like not get punished for it. Maybe, I don't know. You know, but you don't have the defenses as the tank would to survive certain things, and you don't have a raise. So you being one of the last people alive wouldn't really matter in the first place. But I don't know, man. Flare Star is cool and all, but why don't we change Mana Font to this? Mana Font just fully restoring my MP was nice already. You didn't have to overload this one spell with all of this. Red Mage. I just think we lost the script for Red Mage at some point, because this just used to give us 50 bar. Now it just kind of just gives me the enchanted storage stacks, and I like casting spells as Red Mage. Now Red Mage somehow got the moniker for the most immobile mage, when for some reason, no, most immobile mage, mind you, when I can do this, I can do that twice. How am I the most immobile mage now? That makes no sense. And I have double cast. How am I the most immobile mage? Again, makes no sense. I can do that. I can do this. I can move. You see that? How am I the most immobile mage now? It makes no sense. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Because, yeah, this makes no sense. None at all. Yeah, magic barrier. Whoop-de-doo. If you're gonna change this into a support class, just do it already. Deadass, honestly. How is this the most immobile mage? I don't understand, man. Pictomancer has a dash. Blue mages don't exist. And black mages are running around like they're fucking speed racer. So, don't get me started on summoners. Summoners have dashes. They can freely move while they're casting. I don't know, man. I love this game. I want to play it. I don't know. I feel like all the classes are just been kind of getting beaten to submission, you know? The only thing that's left is just kind of like what? And I'm on Excalibur of all places. It feels like all the classes just kind of getting beat the hell up. I feel like I'm forced to kind of just play the meta. I just want to play what I want. You see, I played what I want. I played Scholar to level 100, and playing Scholar to level 100 pretty much guarantees me getting Summoner to level 100. So nice, I know, right?
But back to what I was saying about Dark Knight. Dark Knights desperately need that buff that I was talking about. Play with their health bars. Yeah, play with their health bars a lot. And you know what that thing I said about Blade? He gets the more damage he takes, and then gets stored. That's what Shadowbringer should be. Shadowbringer should be turned into a buff, and there should be a follow-up attack that releases Flood of Shadow whenever you cast Edge of Shadow and Blood Splitter or Blood Spiller. That way it reduces your HP, and it'll reduce your HP, and it'll like, not by a lot maybe, but by enough. But by like maybe like a 16th maybe. I don't know. But Edge of Shadow should like create like a follow-up attack afterwards. Like there's an Edge of Shadow behind you that's just casting Flood of Shadow after every use of Blood Spittler. I don't know, man. There are just too many problems. And it feels like the devs just aren't listening to anybody. They aren't listening to the people who know what they're talking about with the classes. Hell, I know good and damn well that I don't know what I'm talking about most times, right? But it feels like they're listening to me more and homogenizing the game for me, and I do not like these changes. I don't. I hate these changes. I want us to go back to the good old days. Not Stormblood at least, but Stormblood we at least had like good fight. Actually, you know what? It feels like we're back in Stormblood. Back then, I was not aware of the current sphere, like the current like wherewithal or the current drama happening in the game. Hey, it was just still brand shiny, spanking new. My friends were helping me level. I was vibing, playing White Mage, playing Dark Knight, slapping my little big ass sword around. I was having fun. There was content for me. There is now nothing. Like, yeah, whoop-de-doo, I can grind all these things out, but what's afterwards? What's there after I'm done? The only thing that's like, don't get me started on the gearing, because right now the only thing that can get into anything into Party Finder are my Sage and my Astrologian. Mind you, that's the bare minimum for Party Finder. And like, look at that, I couldn't even get into see Fiend's Burden if I wanted to, and that's old as shit because people want to skip things. Like, that's 750. This is Recollection is 745, and it's practice. Practice at 745. What else? Like, if I wanted to learn any of these, I couldn't. Because practice 745, 750 for Spheen's Burden. Granted, I have other options. Solid's Compass, Blue Spells. The other issue is that everybody's in Aether. I want access to my fucking retainers. I want to be able to, like, get my things. I want to be able to get my mail. I want to be able to transfer my money. I have only 800,000 gil. Well, less than 800,000, 78,000. But like, actually, oh yeah, the rest of my guild is in my guild chest. But I want to be able to access my guild chest. I want to be able to do things, but Primal used to be the thing about it is that Primal used to be the rating server. I used to be on Aether. I was on Adamantoise at one point, and then I transferred over. because my friend from Fanford wanted me to come over, and then well, there was no drama that happened with him. It's just that the guild died. He got into more. He got into more. He got into other streaming things, and so. Oh, Manny, if you're watching this, I love you, bro. You'll always be my main. You'll always be my main boy. But yeah. I transferred a server transferred for them, and then the guild kind of died because there was nothing happening. And so I transferred over because I had then I was dating somebody and they wanted to be in the same server as I am, and then we fell out, and then I went back to Excalibur where I started. And I've been here ever since. I love Excal. I love Excal, man. I love Primal. My friend Photon, God bless his soul. I haven't talked to him in a minute, but also Photon, if you're watching this, I love you too, man. Photon Voltaihorn. Nicest man that you'll ever meet. Doesn't take bullshit from nobody. But yeah, like the raiding community just moved straight to Aether, and I'm like, why? The raiding server was here. I mean, at that point, everybody might as well just server transfer to Aether. Like, next thing you know, they're gonna find the cost for keeping up the servers to be like insufficient, and they're just gonna make space on Aether so that everybody's centralized. They might get rid of Balmung, because it's happened before with other like, granted, Square Enix has money, but like they always fall into this pit. I don't know what it is, but I don't know what Square Enix is doing, but they when their back is against the wall, then that's when they fight the hardest. But they might just start reducing the amount of servers are on things. Who knows? Everybody's centralized on Aether. They might just start pushing people into Aether and just be like, hey, make sure you get all of your shit. Like, yeah, you can transfer your stuff over, but make sure you get all of your shit. And server transfer, like all houses. No, what? Actually, I lied. They wouldn't do that. You want to know why they wouldn't destroy any servers or get rid of any, like the less populated servers? Because of cost. Because where I'm standing, people's houses are here. Do you not know how fucking hard it is to get a house? They'd probably add more wards, but there are people with fucking shitloads of money just buying up all the houses. People have entire wards, which is, I find absolutely nuts, insane, bonkers. But yeah, there's like, but people fought tooth and nail for some of these houses. But even still, that hasn't stopped anybody from like destroying servers before. Square Enix can do whatever the hell they want with these servers. Oh, they're playing my favorite song in here. Lit. But they just, I don't know, man. It doesn't feel like they play their game anymore. And it does used to. Don't know what's happening. Tonight our city bleeds red, blue, and green. As I walk in the dark unseen, music's understanding, world is in my life, but fading, gone, they're gone, all gone. Anyways, I'm sorry, but yeah, that's just my little gripes and concerns.
Yeah. TLDR. Give healers a little bit more. Turn White Mage into Hyacinth. Turn Dark Knight into Blade. Give us more ways to interact with our meters and honestly make positionals important again. Actually, no. Maybe make positionals important again. Make them interesting again. It's taking counting down to not amount of time I need to stop the battle line before the drop. The final line I'll cross. There's no going back, no going back, no going back. No, my life's nothing inside. I'll suffocate. That's what it takes. Oh, 1,000 meant to cast me aside. Try their best to leave me to die. Don't try, but I will survive. I'm sorry, but yeah, never again, no me. But yeah, Ninja did not need to be changed. Viper became easier Reaper. Bring back Paradox Mage. Summoner is side-eyeing Summoner. Red Mage became immobile. Make it mobile again. Black Mage, bring back Paradox Mage and make it immobile again. Give him more damage. Buff Machinist. Please. I'm begging you, Square Enix. Buff Machinist. Yeah, just give us more. Give healers a little bit something more, man. Please, I'm begging. I'm on my knees. I'm on my nose. Yeah. This is Durant. I don't know how to really end this, but thank you you guys for sharing your time with me. If you have any other thoughts or want to discuss, please, by all means. I'll probably edit the timestamps about certain things down below. I'll try to flag them. This is my first time using YouTube or like any sort of like content creation in general, so please bear with me. Yeah. I don't think anybody's ever gonna see this video anyways, but yeah. I mean, but the internet is a funny place, you know. But yeah, if you want to talk about like specific things, yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna leave you with this one unhinged idea, right? The one I've been cooking up for a very, very long time. Make Fat Vothri a mount. Just give him to me as a mount, please. I would love to ride Fat Vothri because you saw the way he was flying, the way his little wings were flapping. That would be such a funny fucking mount. I would pay money for that mount. Bring me Fat Vothri as a mount. Thank you. Goodbye.